Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to create a very youthful spring look. As we are approaching spring, I thought of using a couple of bright and subtle colors to create this look, and for that I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution Reloaded Neutrals palette. Rustic red shades and the orange shades. Also it has got couple of spring warm coral, some nice shimmers. So I'm going to use the pinks and the corals and the shimmers to create this youthful, fresh spring look. I have perfected my skin. I'm done with my brows and now I'm just going to get started with the colors. How about some blush? Because I've already got my highlight first, and that's my Becca shimmer. Isn't it pretty? Hard Candy Big Blush. Glow, the newness, the youthfulness, the freshness. Highlight plus blush mixed in together and feels very, very pretty. Just the freshness of that pink color on my cheek. And then from there, we are going to get started with our eye look. What are your favorite colors of spring? And especially what are your favorite palettes that you love to go for spring? I know I just reached this palette for most of the time because it has got me covered throughout the year. During fall, I just love to go for these three shades. These three shades can also be used in some summery look. Today I just want to focus on warm coral and this pretty shimmery pink. Yeah, after that, if I feel that I need a little bit more pink flush on my cheek, I will go for that. So it's a full-on glow, pink cheeks, and in a very fresh way. Simply go for a pressed powder to set the base. Can't tell you how excited I am to use this palette. And this is the shade that I'm going to start with. These are pretty pigmented and intense. You might want to go little by little. A little bit beyond the socket line would be a good idea. Transition of pink right there. And I'm still on the same pink mixed with some coral in it, and it is looking really fresh because I'm using it, light-handedly. That's why it is not going to be very intense, and that's exactly I want near my brow bones. So pretty simple so far. If you have this palette, you just know what are the colors that I'm going to use. So you can get started with your pinks and your corals and your warm colors, some cool pinks. Build the color on, and then we will go for the next step. I'm taking it towards my temple as well in a very, light way, not in a very pinpointed way. It's just a wash of color, and that's the base we are getting started with. Now, to add a little bit of dimension near the socket line, I'm going to use this color, which is a very light toned brown, and it has got a little bit warmth to it. It's a good idea to, use a tissue to remove the extra color because they are really pigmented, which is a good thing. But at the same time, you really want to build it on little by little. Everywhere I'm seeing spring 2021 collection. It is really that time of year when we just want to go to spring and start afresh. Since this palette is very pigmented, I don't have to put a lot of effort to build it. I just love the color selection. It is pretty monochromatic. Tap into the colors next to each other and create a beautiful look. You don't have to really think too much about how to place one color next to the other and what would be the effect. So a little bit of warmth near the socket line and just a wash. Next, I'm going to go for my shimmer. But before I go for my shimmer, I'm going to switch to my pencil from Urban Decay, and this one is my Rockstar pencil. I talked about it in some other videos as well. Purple shade. It has a little bit shine to it, and I do not want to use black today because I just want that softness in my look today. I could have gone for black and smudged it out, but I just want that pink, purple, coral, all kind of soft and subtle shades. So just going with it on the lower lash line in a very rough way. Try not to overdo it, because then we won't have much room to give it the softness that we want to achieve in this look. And a little bit roughly on the upper lash line. And just that for now. Exactly after that, I'm going to use this pretty pink shimmer, very soft, very subtle. And with that, I'm just going to go over, softening it just a little, overlapping the liner. Going for this brown. Just a pretty hue and a little bit dimension. I'm going to take a little bit of brown. This is a different brown, and you can clearly see two shades of brown here. This one has got a little bit of warmth to it, and this one is warm but still a deeper take of brown. And just with that, I'm just going to smudge my liner. It's always a good idea to smudge with a shadow. Very smudgy, soft touch of liner. With a clean brush, a little bit of more blending around the eyes, softening everything out. Reach out to the corners as well. Now, I'm just going to go for this light shade, a shimmery one. You can clearly see the difference between the two. It has got a champagne twist to it. And just on the center, barely touching it, just putting my hand in a very gentle way so that I can get it everywhere, but not in a pinpointed way, but in a very natural way. And with a clean blending brush. Now that the color is set, at this point I'm going to go with the liner one more time and would really want to cover the roots. A smudge, angle brush, mascara. Since I'm not using my black liner in this look, I'm totally relying on the mascara because it will define my lash line, roots a little bit better. Lash Paradise. Separate the lashes. You don't always need black to define your lash line, and especially if you're going for a very soft look. I always like a purple or a brown liner when I want to define my lash line in a very soft way. Or if you do not have those liners and you want to go for your black, go for it and use a smudge brush to soften it out. On my lower lash line. Now comes the lip part with a warm nude shade. And it's very forgiving. But today I'm going to go for a little bit more than that on the lips. So I'm using my two favorites, Revlon's iconic red, Fire and Ice. Dabbing. Pretty. And little bit of this shade for a pretty shine.
Warm coral in a soft way.
And now I'm going to use my Sleek Makeup's liquid highlighter. Just a little bit of it. Beauty blender. I just love using this highlighter a lot. A little bit. For the inner corner pop. You can just melt it. On the top points. Yeah, there you go. And the final touch for this beautiful, fresh look is to lock it. Freshness on the face. Ready for spring? Yeah, it is going to take a couple of more days and I can't wait to reach to that point. Till then, we can all feel the spring, youthful, fresh vibe. I just hope that you like this look. If you have tried this palette, because this is my tried and trusted, I just love to use this palette because of its intensity, the color range. Yeah, it is very versatile and you can use it throughout the year. That's the best part about this palette. So that's about it. This is Soma saying bye to you. Like, share, subscribe. You already know that. And welcome back for my next video. See you soon. Have fun.